Your first alert weather with meteorologist Darren Stack.
Good Friday morning to you. Generally looking for mostly cloudy skies, although we could see a little more sunshine along the Grand Strand at times, but rain chances start to ramp up as we head through the middle of the day and into the afternoon. Isolated showers certainly not ruled out for areas around the I-95 corridor. Can't rule out a stray shower along the Grand Strand, but many locations closer to the coast are going to stay much drier during the daylight hours today than the inland areas. Inland areas seeing the rain chances ramp up along and west of the I-95 corridor through the late afternoon and into the early evening as our cold front begins to push eastward. We could even get a few rumbles of thunder later on this evening across the I-95 corridor as the bulk of the rain moves on through. That'll push eastward toward the Grand Strand by around 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Our rain chances are really ramping up closer to the coastline, but then dropping off quickly as the front pushes east. Our sky is still a little cloudy on Saturday morning, but it does look like it'll be a much drier early morning and mid-morning for the entire area as the front pushes further off to the east, and we'll also begin to see a little more sunshine. But if you are heading out this evening, maybe going to go grab a Friday night football game or even a bite to eat, keep an eye out across the PD initially for our better and our best chance for rain through the early evening and late evening hours. Kickoff could be a little wet for many PD locations. We'll even have to watch out for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms along the Grand Strand as we get closer toward the end of those high school football games. So keep that in mind. Make sure you've downloaded the Android or iPhone app for CarolinaLive.com so you have the radar right there at the palm of your hand. During the day tomorrow, the front's pushing off to the east, cooler air beginning to filter in. So the winds are going to be up for today and tomorrow. But it does look like the coldest of air will not get here till Saturday night and early Sunday morning, and it'll settle in even into your Monday. So a big swing in our temperatures over the course of the weekend. Good news is, though, if you're heading out to the CCU game versus Charlotte, that's homecoming. We'll see increasing sunshine as the game rolls on, even making it to the low 70s. We'll continue to see pretty dry conditions up and down the East Coast, although a few more clouds and much cooler conditions if you do wind up driving up to Virginia to catch Clemson play Virginia at 3:30 Saturday afternoon. For this afternoon, looking for a few showers and thunderstorms, certainly not out of the question along the Grand Strand. Later on today, more so tonight, windy and warm, upper 70s to around 80 degrees. That's going to be the high temperature roughly area wide, more so a few upper 70s inland as those showers and the clouds are thicker a little earlier, but nonetheless, they're likely, those showers moving in later on today and into tonight. The rain ending late tonight, early tomorrow morning, well after midnight from west to east. Inland areas drying out a little bit earlier. We'll see temperatures around the 60-degree mark, even upper 50s in Darlington, Bennettsville, and Lumberton. Along the Grand Strand, where the clouds stay a little bit thicker through around daybreak, we'll look for mid-60s for your highs. Now, as you head off to bed Saturday night, don't forget to turn back the clocks 1 hour as we end daylight saving time at 2 a.m. on Sunday. And you want to turn back those clocks because you don't want to miss Sunday's partial solar eclipse, starting around 6:40 in the morning, ending at about 7 a.m. So if you don't set back those clocks, then you're going to miss it. So make sure you check into that and wake up early enough to catch out that partial solar eclipse. Sunday afternoon, highs are only going to be in the mid-60s, and that's going to be the case struggling to get to the mid-60s on Monday. So a big drop in the temperatures between that 75 for the high on Saturday to the 64 on Sunday. Wake-up temps certainly much cooler as well, about 20 degrees colder between Saturday morning and Sunday morning. We continue to get even cooler on Monday morning with low 40s. We'll even be pushing those lower end of the mid-40s on Tuesday morning. It does look like at least the temperatures start to rebound a little bit for the middle of next week, back to the low to mid 70s, but that's also out ahead of our next system, which is forecast to bring in a better chance for rain by Thursday of next week. Inland areas, your coldest morning will be at this point on Monday morning at 39, but oh so close to that upper 30 range on Tuesday morning as well. Afternoon highs for the inland areas will stay closer to the mid 60s for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before we finally get some warmer air returning back in here for the middle of next week and get back to those mid 70s, wake up temps into the 50s. But good chance for showers and thunderstorms later on today and more so through the late afternoon and get to the evening hours and overnight hours across the area. Inland areas getting the rain a little bit earlier. The Grand Strand a little bit drier during the daytime hours. But as that sun sets and we get into late evening and late night hours, watch out for that increased chance for rain and even a few thunderstorms. So have yourself a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. Your latest news and weather updates are always available on your website, CarolinaLive.com.